This is not a drill. Tottenham have appointed a new manager. We've done it. It's done. No more rumours. No more. Oh, we're in talks with Luis Enrique. No more Julian Nagelsmann. No more nothing. Spurs have a new manager finally, and it's one which has divided the fan base quite a lot. Um, Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thanks a lot for tuning in again. I hope you're all keeping well, doing all right. It's been a week or so since I've done a new video. I've deliberately not made too many videos about the Tottenham managerial search because after the Arne Slot one, I was just a bit like, you know what, if I make a video for every Spurs in final discussions, Spurs in advanced talks with this manager and that manager, and I profiled everybody that we're linked with, my channel would be about 700 videos long in the last couple of weeks. So I wanted to see how it played out. And yeah, we've got it. So the guy who has been chosen to take Tottenham forward for the next 4 years, which is quite a long-term commitment, is the Celtic manager, the half Australian, half Greek, Ange Postecoglu. Now, going to do a little bit of profiling about Postecoglu. To be honest, you probably know a lot about him already because a lot of YouTube channels and podcasts, a lot bigger than my little channel, would have already profiled him. But if you follow me and you want the info from me, then thank you, and I'll try and do my best to give you an insight as to what Postecoglu is like. Go into a little bit of detail. He's 57 years old. He was originally born in Greece, hence the name. It's not a very Australian name, Ange Postecoglu, is it? 57 years old. He moved to Australia when he was 5 years old, and he played football for a couple of Australian teams. And then he worked his way up the Australian managerial ladder. He was manager of South Melbourne, a couple of the Australian national youth teams. He found great success at that sort of level. And then he moved into club football with Brisbane Roar and Melbourne Victory over in Australia. And then for quite a long stint, actually 4 years, which is quite long in managerial terms for a national team, he was the Australian national team manager. His job before he joined Celtic, he was at Yokohama F. Marinos, which is a Japanese side. So he's had quite an unconventional career, really. Obviously, you know, he's got a lot of experience over in Asia and Oceania. Apparently his player recruitment over there was excellent, and I want to go into a little bit of detail about the football that he plays and the type of person that he is, because Spurs, it's fair to say since Pochettino, the managerial selections have been an absolute disaster. Obviously Jose Mourinho, Nuno Espirito Santo, Antonio Conte, and you could argue Christian Stellini was his managerial appointment. I don't know, but I really do think that this is going to be an inspired appointment. The ones that do well at Tottenham are the ones that don't come with massive fanfare. They don't come with a huge reputation or anything like that. They come and they do a very solid job. You have a look at Pochettino, you have a look at Martin Jol, to an extent Harry Redknapp as well. These are guys, who weren't considered elite managers, but they come in and they did a really, really good job. You just have to have a look at the work that Postecoglu did at Celtic. Absolutely excellent job. He's just come off the back of winning a treble with Celtic. They beat Inverness Caledonian Thistle in the Scottish Cup. Okay, people are going to throw at me, yeah, but it's Scotland, you're playing Kilmarnock, St Mirren, Partick Thistle, all these teams. You beat what's put in front of you at the end of the day, and you still have to create a culture, create an identity, and really, make a mark with the media and everything around that goes around being Celtic manager as well. It's not, okay, getting results may be quite easy, but overall it's still quite a difficult job to do what you need to do over there. I want to go into a little bit of detail regarding his playing style because, like I say, the last two, I won't throw Nuno into it as well. Well, I will throw Nuno into it, actually. The last three managers that we've had, the football has been awful, very, very defensive. We've drifted away from what the fans really want, which is attacking and exciting football. And Ange Postecoglu is the opposite of what the managers we've had previously. go into a little bit of detail now. His Celtic team this season, so the season just gone, in just the league, 38 games played, 114 goals scored, and 99 points on the board. 114 goals in 38 games. I don't think Antonio Conte's sides have ever scored 114 in his entire managerial career. So it's music to my ears. He plays a 4-3-3 formation, which is quite interesting because obviously, we've been used to 5 at the back, /3 at the back, however you want to say it, with wing backs and stuff like that. The players that are currently at the club are going to have to either learn new positions or go, because it's clear that Postecoglu is going to be playing a 4-3-3 formation. Be interesting to see what players like Destiny Doggy and Pedro Porro will make of that, seeing as they are out and out wing backs. I know that he likes playing with a playmaker number 8 midfielder as well, so there is a lot of talk going around on Twitter that he's going to be giving going to say the famous Tanguy Ndombele, but he's going to be giving Tanguy Ndombele a chance to prove himself in the summer, in pre-season. So that'll be very interesting, because we've also been linked with James Maddison from the recently relegated Leicester as well. So it just feels like a real breath of fresh air, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how he does at the club. Like I say, that multi-year contract is a real commitment to him as well, and it's a statement from Daniel Levy, which I think is very welcome, because if it was a 2-year deal with an option of a third or something like that, it sends out the wrong kind of message. The fact that he's got this longer term deal is very, very good, and hopefully we see a change of culture in the club. With a director of football that will be incoming as well, and obviously Scott Munn on the board in the executive position. He's an Aussie as well. I would imagine Scott Munn has had a massive say in getting Ange Postecoglu on board. Being 2 Aussies together, I think that he's probably been in Levy's ear and he said something about it. So just want to read out the official statement that was on the Tottenham website, what Daniel Levy had to say. It says, now the season and all... this is from the club first. It says, now that the season and all domestic cup competitions have concluded, we are delighted to announce the appointment of Ange Postecoglu as our first team head coach, becoming the first Australian to manage in the Premier League. Ange will join us on the 1st of July on a 4-year contract. Daniel Levy's quotes, Ange brings a positive mentality and has a fast attacking style of play. He has a strong track record of developing players and an understanding of the importance of the link from the academy, everything that is important to our club. We are excited to have Ange join us as we prepare for the season ahead. A few thinly veiled digs there, I think, at previous management and eras regarding, I saw a positive mentality and the understanding of the importance of the link from the academy. It's 2 things that I think we've been severely lacking in the last couple of years. So, let's see what happens. Make no mistake about it, Postecoglu's not going to come in the space of 6 weeks in pre-season and turn us back into top 4 contenders again. This is going to be a long-term job, and the fans have got to stay with him. He's a very positive, he's a very clear-minded, driven manager. You only have to have a look at some of the videos on Twitter and YouTube, previous interviews. He has a very clear idea of how he wants his teams to play football, and he will throw out the rubbish that don't get on board with him. Obviously, he's got the Harry Kane saga to try and sort out. Hugo Lloris, Eric Dyer. There's a lot of senior first-team players in that squad who might not be there moving forward into next season. So there's a squad rebuild that needs to happen as well. But we've got arguably the most important piece of the jigsaw actually fitted now in the manager. Got him in time, for the pre-season to start in a couple of weeks' time. And... after all the managerial names, the Enriques, the Nagelsmanns, all that stuff, we have a manager. I think it's a manager that the fans are going to enjoy. Celtic fans absolutely adored him. And you've just got to be positive. You've got to give him a chance, and we'll see what happens. So, massive news. Tottenham have got a manager. The Aussie revolution starts at White Hart Lane now. And welcome on board Ange Postecoglu. Let's wish him the best of luck. Let's get behind him. And I'll see you in the next video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Follow me on my social media. Let me know, kind of like what you think about Ange. And I'll see you in the next one, all right? Cheers, guys. Take care. See you later.